Hello and welcome to the garden. If you're thinking about growing corn, let me save you some time. Please just make sure that you read all of the instructions on the packet, particularly this one. Let's talk about the best way for you to grow your corn so you can ensure that your harvest doesn't disappoint you. Let's get to it. I learned the hard way what I want to share with you today. Long story short, at the beginning of this gardening season, which is summer of 2024-2025, I attempted to start growing some corn in my garden. The beginning of the season, this side of the equator, the rain was a bit intense, so my soil was very wet, but because I saw that the months were passing by quickly and I didn't want to miss the planting period. At the first round of planting, I planted my seeds directly in the ground, but because the ground was too wet, the seeds didn't germinate. Instead, they just died in the ground. So I became a bit impatient, so I decided that I would start the seeds in seedling trays. This was me confidently planting my seeds in seedling trays. They germinated quite quickly, so I was very excited that I wasn't going to miss the harvesting season, which comes from January up to March. This was a big mistake on my side. Corn has a very delicate root system, and when you transplant it, the roots get disturbed. This stunts the growth or sometimes even kills the plant. Some of mine never recovered. Others just didn't grow as strong as they should have. The one that you see over here, it's a fully grown corn plant, but you can see it's still very short, even though it has already grown some cobs, but it's still very small. Looking back, I shouldn't have changed what I did last season. Last season, I just waited for the soil to dry out and then I planted directly in the ground. My corn thrived. I had a very big harvest and I was even able to use those corn stalks to make some plant supports for my tomatoes. Last year, it was a very good corn season for my garden. The plants that were directly sown in the ground, they didn't have any transplant shock, no stunted growth, just strong, healthy plants. I learned the hard way when I was looking at the difference between this year's corn and last year's corn. Here's the thing. Corn germinates fast. It only takes about 5 to 10 days. So there was really no need for me to panic and start it in seedling trays. Plus, it also grows a deep taproot that helps to anchor it so that it's resistant against winds or any flooding that might happen in the summer seasons. Now, if you disturb that taproot during transplantation, the corn won't be as strong as it's supposed to be. And trust me, a strong root system will definitely give you a bigger harvest. Another issue that I suspect also happened, pollination. Corn needs to be planted in blocks, not rows, so the pollen can spread evenly. If you transplant your seedlings, your plants can grow at different heights, which can mess up the pollination and leave you with poor kernel formation. As you can see here, most of the corn cobs didn't have any kernels on them. This was another mistake that I made when I transplanted the seedlings. I thought I would be fancy and plant everything in perfect straight lines, instead of putting them in a nice little block close enough for the plants to interact with each other and fast track the pollination process. On this garden fail, it particularly hurts me being from a region that has a longer growing season, that at this time of the year, I can't even say I'm going back and replanting some crops that I can still be able to harvest before the end of the season. Because corn is a warm season plant, even if I grew some crops now, they won't be ready in time before the frost begins. If you want healthy corn, strong roots, and a big and juicy cobs, just plant the seeds straight in the ground. It's easier, faster, and you'll get way better results than I did. So next year, I'm definitely going back to the basics and I'm planting all of my corn straight in the soil. I just need to make sure that when springs come around, my soil temperature is perfect, and I must make sure that I keep the soil moist, not soggy, so that the seeds don't die in the ground. I must also be patient and not rush for an alternative planting process instead of just growing my seeds in the ground like I should have done in the first place. Growing my corn seedlings in trays was a really bad idea. Have you ever made this mistake? Let me know in the comments below. And if this was helpful, hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Share this video with your favorite gardening friends. Happy gardening to you. Bye.